It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, basketball fans. I'm Ernie Johnson, welcoming you to 2K Sports. I'm here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. And tonight, it'll be the Memphis Grizzlies going up against the Nuggets in Denver. For the Nuggets, 5-5 over their last 10 games, but they're not satisfied with 500 ball, looking to tack one onto the win tally tonight. And here we go, in a league of teams that love to work the perimeter. Tonight we feature two teams that get it done in the post. This is a game, Shaq, and I know you love to watch.
Yeah, you got to try to physically dominate your opponent. You got to push him out the way. Oof. You got to elbow him. You got to move him out the way.
There's only so much one man can take.
That's right, Ernie. But also, your team can also hit some threes that create room to operate.
Yeah,
Hey, but Shaq, you got to be highly skilled. You can't just win with power. Now, the best post players have great hands and coordination. You cannot win with just power.
Oh, I got it.
What are you counting?
He's counting rings.
He just didn't win with power.
He's counting rings.
Okay.
How many did you come up with?
4.
Yeah, me too. That'll do it. Both teams ready for tip-off. We send it out to Kevin Harlan and the crew.
The beautiful skyline of Denver, Colorado is our backdrop tonight. The Nuggets have a Western Conference contest on their hands as they prepare to defend home court. Welcome to the Pepsi Center in Denver. Thanks for joining us, everyone. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. Along with Steve Smith and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. And our friend on the sideline, Hall of Famer David Aldridge, who we'll be hearing from shortly. And the Grizzlies on a single-game road trip here before heading back home. It's been a bit of a slow start for the season for them so far, but it's still very early and a lot of games to be played.
And for the Grizzlies, they've had a horrendous start to the season. They're really creating a lot of work for themselves here moving forward.
I did not see this coming. I thought they were set up to have a great season. But boy, it has been far from great up to this point.
And nothing tips off a broadcast like getting the lowdown from the sidelines. And we've got David Aldridge there for that. David, good evening.
Well, guys, Paul Millsap has become one of the best NBA big men when it comes to getting steals. And Millsap says when you're 6'8" going up against guys that are 7 feet, you're not going to be able to block their shot every time. So you try to get it down low when they bring it down. It's all about being smart and using what you have. Kevin?
Thank you, D.A. And Millsap is as crafty as it gets on defense. One of the most underrated players in the game. And in the early season, plenty of optimism for teams. Is there any complacency, Steve, a feeling that you can lose one here, lose one there, and you can make up for it down the stretch?
Well, the good teams, they feel like that. A lot of times you look at it and say you don't take losses as bad when you have a couple star players or impact players out. You figure when we get those guys healthy, you just want to be able to play the right way, and when they come back, then you can start to make your push. Boys, nice time.
And the Grizzlies start out with the ball. And the starting group for the Grizzlies. In the post, it's Green and Gasol together. Evans the 2 with Parsons at the 3. And it's Conley in at the point guard position. Now, here's Gasol. Evans outside. 4 on the clock. Off the pick. And Evans with a stuff.
Evans is great at taking it inside. If you give him a lane, he exploits it every time.
Murray kicks to Millsap. Passes to Harris. Back to Millsap. The shot, no good. Great D that time from Green. Nobody near Parsons. No good on the 3. Here's Denver now. Tough loss coming against the Rockets in the last game they played.
And, you know, this can happen on the road. You're out defending guys who have just gotten into a comfort zone playing at home.
Well, you have to have an aggressive mindset, and you have to try to disrupt their rhythm.
Yeah, well, I mean, once he gets the ball, it's just off to the races.
And you have to like the punctuation at the end of it. Great individual play.
Now here's Murray. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. Harris passes to Millsap. Great D that time from Green.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
13 feet away. They get it back.
He likes to work that in-between area, upset with himself that he couldn't connect.
Harris misses.
When you miss a lay-in, it sort of sucks the energy out of your team.
And Parsons kicks to Conley. The feed to Gasol. Over Jokic. Gasol, no good.
When you defend a good mid-range shooter, this is how you contest without fouling.
Now here's Murray. Covered by Conley. Murray, the pass to Jokic. Chandler attacking. Shot to end this cold run. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. They come into this one following the loss to the Mavericks.
And no one expected them to win that game per se, but no excuse for the way that one ended up.
They just simply blew it. Hopefully that won't occur ever again now that they have that bad taste in their mouth.
And here's Millsap. Michael Conley getting his 3 to go. Jokic kicks to Harris. Trying to find Jokic. Gets it to him. Another shot over Gasol. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
And last season, how about the jump to true stardom that Jokic was able to make? There was a stretch where every game he just looked more and more incredible. Truly gave this team, I think, a franchise player in the blink of an eye.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Free throw, good. Jokic. And for so many fans, Greg, of Jokic, it wasn't a surprise to see his play blossom last season.
And boy, did he. Jokic is so skilled for a big man, having played point guard growing up. Still very young and looks to be a star for a long time.
So he picks up just 1 from the line that time. Memphis leading by 6. Here's Parsons. Goes back up. It's rebounded by Paul Millsap.
You know what? He tried to lay it in at the point of attack. Just too much defensive pressure on that play.
Murray kicks to Millsap. Pass to Harris. To the middle. Here's Jokic. Good. And Harris gets the assist.
Whether it's scoring, passing, or just acting as a decoy, his value to this team cannot be understated.
And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Evans with it, and he can be counted on to put some points on the board every night. He's averaging right around 13.5 points a game. Conley dishes to Evans. A 3 ball. That one, no good. And the Nuggets going the other way. To the paint. It's deflected and stolen by Parsons. Here's Conley. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's going to be on Jamal Murray.
You know, it's tough to deal with the quickness of Mike Conley. I wouldn't want to do it. In my opinion, last season, the best of Mike Conley's career. He upped his scoring to over 20 points a game. At the same time, his most efficient offensive season.
And the first one drops. And like a lot of the Grizzlies, Conley shooting a lot more threes.
He is. He's also gotten even better in his in-between game. Those floaters, he's even increased that. And he has great balance right now to his game.
And so Mike Conley nails both of them.
Taking advantage at the charity stripe like he always does. Terrific touch.
Millsap a screen. And it's Jokic in the corner. For the 3, Chandler. Evans with the rebound. And the Grizzlies leading by 6. Over Harris. They grab their own miss. Green. Second shot opportunity. That one goes in.
Got to wrap up Evans if you want to stop him from scoring. He's too strong. Love his focus.
Murray, the pass to Millsap. Over Green. Feeds it to Harris. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. They get Marc Gasol. And back when Dave Yeager was the coach of the Grizzlies, Steve, he admitted they were slow and old. Is that still the case? Does this team need to get more athletic?
Yeah, I think they do. They play at a slow offensive pace. They don't get a lot of transition points. Their outside shooting has improved, but they can use more athletes.
2 shots.
The first one falls.
And really the Nuggets, a stronger team than many had predicted last season. One area that troubled them was the defensive end. And when they would lose, it was usually by being unable to come up with consistent stops.
And Memphis making a change here. Davis is checked in. And Harris drops them both. And for the Nuggets in their defensive issues, Greg, a lot of it stemmed from their lack of rim protection.
Yeah, and the inability to challenge shots in general, for that matter. And they also had problems applying pressure and forcing turnovers as a team at the bottom of the league in terms of turnovers forced.
Just hasn't had it tonight, but his teammates are picking up the slack.
Murray kicks to Chandler. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in. Now here's Conley. He has 7. Outside, Green. And Davis now top of the key. He feeds it to Conley. No good on the shot. A bit long that time. The Nuggets trail by 4. Harris outside. There's the dish to Millsap. Pass to Murray. 18 feet out. And Davis pulls it down. Memphis has gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Conley kicks to Evans. Jacks up a 3. That's in there. Conley with the assist. And it's 7 points for Tyreke Evans.
Gotta appreciate the aggressiveness of Evans. Excellent at shooting as soon as he gets the pass.
Harris with it. Conley picks him up. On the wing, Chandler. Millsap dishes to Chandler. Again, the miss by Chandler. And the Grizzlies leading by 7. Now Evans. His last outing, he had 8 points. With the floater. And Jokic with the rebound. Jokic has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Chandler outside. And he banks in the layup. Memphis has gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. The basket counts and 1. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it a 3-point play. A max contract last season for Chandler Parsons, despite Greg his history of knee injuries. That was a bold move by the Grizzlies.
Yeah, and they've needed a great two-way wing player for years. Hopefully Parsons can get healthy and fulfill that role for this team.
Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. Then for the Grizzlies, Brandon Wright's checked in for Green. Ben McLemore comes in for Tyreke Evans. And Fresh subbed in for Mike Conley. And for the Grizzlies, chemistry and continuity have been a strength, but we're seeing some roster changes too.
Yeah, we are. Vets who have helped establish this team starting to move aside. Age is a factor for this group. Also a move by the team to adapt to modern pace and space basketball.
Now here's Fareed, and it's in there. Fareed's got his first bucket in this one.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
And Chalmers kicks to Davis. Over Plumlee. Rebounded by Fareed. The Nuggets trail by 6. Dishes it to Plumlee. Barton outside. Grizzlies with the rebound.
Can't finish. And defensively, nice job of altering the shot without fouling.
Parsons' shot is off.
Lacking confidence right now in his offense. He's been shaky all period.
And the shot is good.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Now, here's Chalmers. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. That one misses. Now Denver takes it the other way. And this is the first season matchup for them against the Grizzlies.
And two teams fighting for the playoffs last season, but head-to-head wasn't close. They got swept in the season series. And one of the things about Will Barton's game that, to me, makes him such a force is how unpredictable he can be. He plays at times almost like a man out of control, and it really does work to his advantage as he is a difficult guy to deal with in those one-on-one situations.
That free throw good from Barton. And to back up the point with Barton in his chaotic play style, he knows exactly what he's about. Famously saying, Greg, I'm so creative most of the time, I don't know what I'm going to do.
And, you know, that might sound glib, but it is just how Barton plays. I mean, a fantastic competitor who just does what it takes to win. He gives you a little bit of everything out on the floor.
They get it again. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. And look now at the four areas where shots can come from. The paint, mid-range, and shots from deep, all broken down for Memphis.
And really, there's just such a lack of scoring for them from out at the top of the arc in terms of three-point range. And in today's game, you have to get scoring from the three-point range. And that area out above the free throw line extended is a real weak spot for them so far.
The first free throw is good. Steve, you're known for your three-point shooting, but as more and more teams look to space the floor and shoot threes, we've heard some legends, like Isaiah Thomas, for instance, complain that everyone's playing the same. What do you think about that?
You know, me and Isaiah, we've definitely talked about it, and I look at it, yes, we have some guys that's multi-talented, but everybody can't shoot threes. If you're a good guy to be able to knock down with a high percentage, shoot the three. But if you're a mid-range guy, you can still be an all-star shooting the mid-range. Play to your strength, work on that shooting threes, but I just hate when 5, 6, 7 guys, everybody's running to that line, and that's all we're seeing. You got to defend, you got to rebound, you got to block shots, you got to do other things, because that's still the way you can win the game, by doing all things, not just shoot threes.
And really, having the best teams in history always had guys that can do different things, a ball handler, a rebounder, a screener, a long shooter.
Yeah.
It's always a combination of all those things instead of everybody doing the same
You're
stuff.
so right, Kevin. And even though we've been in this three-point era, in the last 2 or 3 years, rebounding the basketball and defending still can win basketball games for you.
And it's the Nuggets with the ball. 4-point game. And there's the pass to Moutier. Kicks to Plumlee. Screen by Fareed. The Nuggets moving the ball around. Plumlee sets the pick for Barton. Off the screen, and Barton throws it down.
And, you know, that's an example of how many plays we have in the game for which there's no stat. A monster dunk coming off just a terrific pick play.
Greg, you're right. It really did work to perfection. Gave him all the room he needed for the flush.
That's what happens when you get an excellent screen like that. He had plenty of space to slash right toward the basket.
And here are the Grizzlies now. Denver getting their last shot to go. 5 to shoot. Davis sets a screen. From deep, McLemore. Plumlee with the rebound. Denver's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Arthur, and it's all evened up.
You get a chance to see the elite court vision there. Excellent pass.
Memphis has gone 2 of 5 from three-point land here in the first quarter. Passes it to McLemore. He dishes it to Ennis, and Chalmers kicks to right. The feed to Ennis. Shoots from 12, and that one hits back iron. Now here's Fareed, the fast break opportunity. Goes up on the wing, and there's another one for the Nuggets.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
And Chalmers kicks to Davis. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. Let's check out the leaders in field goal percentage as a team. The Grizzlies 4th.
So patient on the offensive end. I mean, they're not going to force shots, and it's that selectiveness that's yielded such an impressive field goal percentage.
And he knocks down the first one. And when the Nuggets are clicking on offense, Greg, they are a joy to watch.
You know they are, and one reason is because they're one of the better passing teams in the league. And right near the top in terms of assists per game last season, and all players on this roster at all positions look to make that extra pass to get an easy bucket.
And both free throws good for Davis. And the Nuggets over the past few seasons have done a great job as an organization of collecting talent.
And with that steady approach, they've been able to develop a star with Jokic. The Nuggets took a very disciplined approach to building this team, and you can see the depth they enjoy, and it all starts with the job this front office has done.
Now here's Wright, following the miss by Emmanuel Mudiay. And Chalmers kicks to Ennis, to the wing on the left. Wright outside, pass to Chalmers. Here's the floater, and there's Ennis on the assist by Chalmers. Ennis has got his first points of the night.
Oh, perfect timing there to knock down the teardrop.
Here's Mudiay, and it's off target. Not sure why he took that one. Memphis leading. Out to the wing. To the middle. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Denver's gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. The kick out to Barton. The three. It's rebounded by Memphis. And here's McLemore. It's tipped. Here's Arthur. And no good trying to get that one. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Memphis out in front, leading by just 2. And we'll get things started in the second quarter when we return. Neither team able to build much of a lead up to this point as we start the second quarter. And for Memphis, guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
They've gotten that perimeter game going in that first, and for me, that was the difference.
Hot right out of the gate, generating some early confidence and building on that lead.
The Nuggets trail. So the Grizzlies 5 right now. Down low, Wright and Gasol. Fresh is out there with Ben McLemore, and it's Ennis in at the 3 slot. Now here's Mudiay. Yep, it counts. Mudiay's got the second quarter going with the first basket of the period for Denver.
Absolutely fearless. I mean, a nice subtle adjustment there going up against Wentz.
Well, this is where he shows both skill and body control along with the attack mindset.
Fareed against Wright. At the elbow, it's Gasol. He kicks it to McLemore. His three-pointers off the mark. The Nuggets shooting 40% from the field. Now here's Mudiay. Tight defense on him. Offensive rebound. Another shot. Here's Fareed. And he converts the layup. Fareed's got the lead up to 2 now for the Nuggets.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high percentage looks from inside.
Gasol against Plumlee. Gasol no good. For Denver, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, guys, David Fizdale was one of the most respected assistant coaches in the league before he took over in Memphis last season. He spent 8 seasons in Miami, where LeBron James played for him. LeBron said he has every quality that would fit a head coach. He's confident in his ability, a great learner, a great communicator. So it was great to see him get the nod, and he's proven so far why he's capable of the job. Kevin?
And an endorsement from LeBron is never a bad thing, D.A. Thanks so much.
Marc Gasol with the set shot more than a jump shot, but at his size, it's still hard to contest.
Fareed, left side. Gasol with the steal. Here's McLemore. Right, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Moutier passes to Arthur. Back to Moutier. Some nice ball movement by the Nuggets. Barton picks to Moutier. Back to Barton. 5 on the clock. Over McLemore. They get the rebound. And finished off by Fareed.
And talk about putting some extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space. First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. Catching up on the changes for Denver. Jokic has checked in for Plumlee. Chandler comes in for Jarrell Arthur. Harris has checked in for Barton. And it's Jamal Murray in for Emmanuel Mudiay.
One shot, gentlemen.
Fareed, no good on the free throw. And Steve, it seems like the league is going more up-tempo, more offense, better flow. What makes the biggest difference to a team, in your opinion, as far as unlocking a great scoring potential?
I think when you have guys that can go up and down, and you have 5 guys that understands the game, high basketball IQ, versatility. Let's take the Golden State Warriors. Let's take the Cleveland Cavaliers. They have 4 or 5 different guys that can lead them in scoring, lead them in assists, and lead them in rebounding. That makes the game fun to watch.
Best teams are always like that, though, aren't they? Got a lot of different ways to hit you.
Yes, and versatility. They can play small, they can play big, they can slow down, they can win on the defensive end, or they can win on the offensive end.
Now here's Murray, following the miss by Gary Harris. And Gasol sends it back.
Love how Gasol patrols the court, always on the lookout to reject a shot.
And Kevin, they dialed up their activity this quarter. We're seeing them convert a lot of those second chance opportunities.
Now here's Conley. 17 points for him last game against Dallas. They double team Conley. The shot by Evans. Nobody around. And another miss by Memphis.
Still no rhythm. This may be a time when you want to make the extra pass. Give someone else a chance.
Out to Chandler. Another shot. Back to Harris. Fires the 3. Another 3 for Denver.
And you look for why they keep giving up buckets here. And their boxing out, or lack of boxing out, is really hurting them.
The Grizzlies trail by 8. Here is Conley. 7 points in the game. Green, the screen. Conley kicks to Green. And it's Evans in the corner. Over Harris. That doesn't go either for Evans. Denver leading by 8. And it's Harris off the drive. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. To stop the run. That doesn't go either for Evans.
He's trying to shoot his way out of this slump, but it's not to be.
That pushes it to double digits. And it's 9 points for Wilson Chandler.
Serve and the defense there. He makes a terrific read.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
So timeout called here. The first for Memphis.
The wheels have come off a little bit leading up to this timeout. He is taking some low percentage shots, and it's killing the flow of their offense. More motion, more ball movement. That should lead to better looks for him and for the entire team.
Paul Millsap's checked in for Denver. Parsons checked in for the Grizzlies.
All right, a chance to look at the numbers for Marc Gasol. He's been fantastic over the last 10 games or so. Right around 21 points per, 15 rebounds and just over 3 blocks. So much of what this team does revolves around his offense.
He stacks up points. Reason why, because that's his mindset. He wants to carry the load and clearly is successful at it.
It's hauled in by the Nuggets. Harris has got 3 rebounds so far in the game.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, and they put a lot of effort and focus on the backboard.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power. And hammering down the two-hand slam. The Grizzlies trail by 11. Gasol setting the pick for Conley. Inside. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's going to be on Jokic.
He's a handful inside. Marc Gasol taking it right at the defense, and he created some of that contact.
And the rebounding numbers for Marc Gasol have fallen off a bit in recent years. Steve, that concern you at all?
Well, yeah, they're going to fall off because he's shooting more threes, so the offensive rebounds are going to decline. His offensive game has become more perimeter-oriented. He's not the quickest, so they like him getting back on defense a little quicker.
And the first one drops.
What I like about Marc Gasol, you get everything. Scoring, passing, block shots, rebounding. He's the total package.
Gasol hits them both. And the Grizzlies enjoying the longest stretch of sustained success in franchise history. Greg, 7 consecutive seasons making the postseason.
And this group has gotten as far as the Western Conference Finals. And a lot to be said for that consistency. But, of course, everyone's in this for the rings. Interesting to see where they go from here to turn the corner into a true contender.
No finesse that time. Millsap attacking the rim.
Harris against Evans. That one wide left.
It's been a frustrating quarter for him shooting the basketball. He just has to make sure he's taking good shots.
Well, the NBA, we know, has incredible competition. And more times than not, it's more serious than anything else, and you're so locked in. But, Steve, right, there are moments of levity that everybody can kind of laugh at, correct?
Yeah, it is. I mean, I think the one thing is having a teammate go to that free throw line, shooting an air ball, and him glancing over at the bench, and, you know, nobody wants to laugh at times. But depending on the game, you just bust out laughing, and then he goes up there and shoots it really hard to make sure he doesn't have an air ball. And then the one when you're passing the basketball and the teammate is not looking and you're catching right in the choppers, that's the one everybody laughs about the most.
How about you personally? Any moment that either you were laughing or people were laughing at something that happened to you on the floor?
You know, I had this one, we call it a flat tire, Kevin. I was led. Teammate Brevin Knight threw it out, and I couldn't stop, and my legs wobbled. I fell, I caught it, and went out of bounds. That's the one I think for me was the funniest. It just wasn't funny when it happened.
Chandler hits them both. Well, in the last half-decade or so, the NBA, Steve, has realized the true value of the corner 3, and now offenses all over the league are designed to take advantage of it. Part of that is because it's just closer to the rim than any other three-pointer.
Yeah, you're right, and you should. I mean, when you have a three-point arc, yes, the corner threes are going to be shorter, and it's harder from a guy to shoot it from straight on. But when you have a guy that can shoot it straight on, you can see the dynamics of a team defensively. It's hard to cover. But I don't think the NBA should widen the court because of the value of the corner 3. That's a part of the game.
Should the lane be widened? Should we talk about the court and making all the threes the same length? What about the lane?
Well, I think you can widen the lane if you change the defensive rules, because right now you're allowed to play zone. If you went back to man-to-man, yes, I think you should widen it. But when teams are allowed to play zone, I think the value of keeping it the same helps the defense a little bit more.
Just increasing their advantage, and right now they're in a zone on both ends.
Yeah, this lead has snowballed. Credit their killer instinct for piling up. Oh, did you see that? Wow, Parsons getting creative up there.
And the replay presented, of course, by Under Armour. Unleash chaos. Great stuff and some great basketball going on. Harris drives in. Feeds it to Millsap. And he comes up with the deuce. Millsap's got 8 points.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Outside Conley. To the middle. Here's Gasol. Good defense by Jokic.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Murray kicks to Chandler. Off target from outside. The Grizzlies trail by 17. Here's Parsons, and that one falls coming off Conley's feet. Conley's got his 4th assist in this one. Harris dishes to Murray. Good work defensively by Conley. Memphis has gone 1 of 4 from 3-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. Green, and he battles for the ball and gets the second chance bucket.
Quick off the floor for these offensive rebounds. Green's 7'2" wingspan. It helps him snatch them.
Now here's Murray. Over by Conley. Murray, the pass to Millsap. The shot by Chandler. Wide open. Sinks the triple. He's got 14.
I mean, just a good shooter taking what the defense allows. Finds some space out beyond the arc.
Timeout called, the Grizzlies. Steve, you talk about a gym rat. Paul Millsap adds another wrinkle to his game every single year.
You know, Paul is a great example to follow. Never the biggest or the most athletic. Millsap's work ethic is what's made him an all-star.
Big group substitution here for Denver. Mason Plumlee's checked in for Jokic. Arthur comes in for Wilson Chandler. Will Barton, he's checked in for Gary Harris. And Emmanuel Mudiay subbed in for Murray. So Memphis going with almost an entire new group here. Deontay Davis is checked in for Gasol. Wright comes in for Jermichael Green. Then McLemore, he's checked in for Tyreek Evans. And Fresh subbed in for Mike Conley. 4 on the shot clock. Now here's McLemore outside. Plumlee with the rebound. Plumlee's got rebound number 5 here tonight.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
And Davis sends it back. And it's out of bounds. The Nuggets able to retain possession here. And here's a look now at the shot chart showing the field goals attempted locations for Evans.
And when you look at this shot chart, you get a good visual of just how often they are settling for something outside. They have to know that this defense wants them to take those kinds of shots, and they would be a lot better off if they recommit to attacking the basket.
Parsons for 3. Good on the 3-point shot. Parsons got 10 points.
I love the confidence he's shooting with. Big improvement here in the second period.
Millsap kicks to Mudiay. Barton outside. Banked in off the glass. 9 points in the game so far. 1:36 left in the first half. The Grizzlies trail by 15. And Chalmers kicks to Parsons. The dish to Chalmers. Some nice passing there by Memphis. Shot clock at 5. Here's McLemore. No good on that one. Now the Nuggets take it the other way. 1:06 left now here in the second. The wide open look for Plumlee. And again, it's Denver.
They've settled into a nice groove offensively here in the second.
Memphis has gotten cold from deep in the second quarter. Just 2 of 6 from long range. And Parsons kicks to Wright. Pass to McLemore. And he's fouled on the shot. 1 free throw coming up.
Well, you leave a guy that open with Parsons on the floor, and you know he's going to find him.
For Memphis, they have shot the ball well from the free throw line, 8 of 9. The Grizzlies making a switch here. Ennis is checked in. That free throw good from McLemore.
And guys, this is the way to stay in the game. They're doing a masterful job from the line. Perfect this quarter. And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. And Chalmers kicks to right. He feeds it to McLemore. And it's Denver with the rebound. Plumlee's got his 6th rebound on the night.
I'll tell you, he just hasn't been able to get it done on the offensive end. It's kind of dragged down the team.
Now here's Arthur. He's tightly guarded. Here's Millsap. The second effort. Dishes to Plumlee. Barton outside. And again, Denver with the triple. McLemore. He can't get it to go. And so a pretty lopsided game through the first half. Nuggets lead by 19. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, guys. Here with Coach Mike Malone. How has ball movement opened up things for you offensively?
Every game we have where we get into a one-on-one game, over-dribbling, not passing, we become very easy to guard. The good thing about tonight is the ball is moving. We're trying to make plays for each other. When we move the ball, we get high percentage shots, which is all we can ask for.
Thanks very much for your time, Coach. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here. Got Shaq, got Kenny the Jet Smith. We welcome you back to the halftime show on 2K Sports. A pretty close game from the Nuggets throughout the first quarter. Some good moments from both teams, but as the first period wrapped up, they trailed by 2. They just exploded in the second quarter, grabbing the momentum and running with it. Basket after basket, and they played stingy defense. Now they've got a halftime lead that's going to be very difficult to erase. Kenny, your thoughts on the Nuggets' first half?
Their ability to get into the paint and get to the rim has been deadly, constantly attacking the basket. It was clearly their intention right from the start to pound it inside as much as possible. And I don't see them straying from that strategy in the second half. It's going to be another paint-based attack.
Shaq, your take on Memphis.
Ernie, I don't use this word a lot because, one, I can't spell it, but it was definitely a subpar effort for them on the glass. That hurt. They're serious about cutting into this deficit. It's gut check time. You hear that, Ernie? I'm hitting my gut. You got to check your gut, Ernie. Gut check time, Ernie.
And that's all we can do for now. As the second half begins, we get you back to Kevin Harlan.
The Denver skyline looking absolutely gorgeous tonight as we return to the Mile High City. And as we welcome you back, we begin our second half. So far, not a tightly contested game, guys, but, you know, anything can happen. A fantastic game from Wilson Chandler in this one.
And they haven't needed a lot of shots to get their points. Just tremendous efficiency here in the first half.
What I love watching is they are working for high percentage looks and cashing in when they get them.
And as we welcome you back, we begin our second half. So far, not a tightly contested game, guys, but, you know, anything can happen. Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. So out there for the Nuggets right now, Chandler at small forward with Millsap the 4. Murray and Harris in the backcourt, and it's Jokic in at the 5. 6 on the shot clock for 3. Murray. Good work defensively by Conley. The Grizzlies trail by 19. Evans dishes to Gasol. The basket good off the assist from Evans. Gasol's got the first basket of the third quarter for the Grizzlies.
In the Memphis Grizzlies last season, second to last in scoring. Nothing new for this team. Since their Big Four came together in 2010, no team in the league has won more games while scoring just 90 points or less than Memphis.
Here's Millsap. That's his 6th field goal today, and that makes him now 6 for 11. And a minute played as the second half gets going. Gasol a screen. Conley kicks to Gasol. Over Jokic. will not go. This is off the front iron. And the Grizzlies bottom 3 in scoring efficiency last season. Steve, how were they a playoff team?
Well, it's the little things. They're low in turnovers, they offensive rebound, and they get to the line. That's what saves them offensively.
Out to Harris. Denver needs to get off a shot. Jokic, no good.
And this is what he gives you, the ability to contest the shot without fouling.
Perimeter defense at a premium these days. You see the value in this kind of effort.
And it's Green, missing.
You know he would like to have that one back. A clear look from the mid-range.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, guys, Emmanuel Mudiay spent a year in China prior to the NBA rather than playing in college. A lot of people respect what he did while he was over there. He said, being in a foreign country, everything is different. It made me mentally strong. Now in the NBA, he said, you've got to have confidence because every point guard in this league can play. You've got to keep that edge and be prepared at all times. Kevin?
Thanks, David. Mental fortitude is critical, especially when you're a young player in this league. And it goes down 2 points. And it's 7 points for Jokic.
And he runs the floor with a purpose that time. Excellent play.
You know what? And a late reaction by the transition D takes it himself uncontested.
Timeout called, the Grizzlies.
And a name that a lot of NBA teams were in on this past offseason was Paul Millsap. His ability to shoot from outside and play in the post was wanted all over the league. And the Nuggets were the team ultimately that was able to land it.
The Grizzlies trail by 19. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Parsons with a screen on Harris. There's a screen. Conley kicks to Evans. Looking to get back on track here, and that's 2 points on the layup. Evans has got 12 points in the game.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Harris kicks to Millsap. Over Green, and there's Millsap. That's good on the assist by Harris. Harris has got his 4th assist in this one. Grizzlies have gone 3 of 7 on field goal attempts here in the second half. Evans passes to Green. Harris against Evans. Gasol a screen. And here's Conley outside.
And I bet you'll never see too many guys who can put forth an effort on the boards like this one.
He takes pride in how he crashes the glass. No one is getting in his way when he's in that area.
The Grizzlies trail by 19. Memphis moving it around. Parsons' shot is off. Denver's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Harris dishes to Chandler. And the dunk by Chandler.
And guys, he saw his chance to earn a little camera time there and took it.
Rocking the rim with some major force.
Anytime you get an opportunity to show off a little bit, you have to take it.
Conley with it. He has 7. Green with a screen on Millsap. Conley kicks to Green. And it's Evans in the corner. Launches a 3. Memphis with a new shot clock. Conley the pass to Green. Evans setting the pick for Green. Back to Conley. Green the screen. With some arc, and it's blocked. Millsap kicks to Harris. And the pass to Chandler. Now Jokic. Gets to the rim for 2 with the D all over him. Jokic has got 9.
That's all confidence right there. He knows he's in a groove, and they've got this team on its heels.
Conley kicks to Gasol. To end the drought, count that one. Gasol's got 4 points now in the quarter.
When you got a center like Marc Gasol who can hit it from mid-range, you'll find that shot available quite often.
Harris against Evans. Millsap a screen. Murray for 3. Gasol with the rebound. Gasol's got his 4th rebound in this one. Conley gets the bucket.
And whenever there's a man open, Gasol will find him. An all-around team player.
Here's Harris. 5 points in the game. Kicks it to Millsap. Back to Harris. Now here's Millsap. Now Murray. Good. And Harris gets the assist. Harris has got 5 assists tonight.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
Timeout called, the Grizzlies. And David Fisdale, 8 seasons in Miami as an assistant coach, including 2 seasons as assistant head coach. He's been a top coaching prospect for years.
Well, he's dreamed of becoming a head coach. What he does is he has an unbelievable work ethic. He's determined. Also, he has a great feel for the game, and he has a great relationship with his players and the city of Memphis.
A different look for Denver. Kenneth Faried comes in for Paul Millsap. And it's Will Barton in for Gary Harris. The Grizzlies also changing it up. Brandon Wright's checked in for Jermichael Green. James Ennis comes in for Chandler Parsons. And McLemore subbed in for Tyreek Evans. The Nuggets leading by 21. Chandler dishes to Murray. Passes to Faried. Barton in the corner. Jacks up a 3. And Wright pulls it down. Memphis has gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. McLemore with the ball. Now Chandler defending. Out to Conley. He dishes it to McLemore. And there's the feed to Wright. Now here's Ennis. Barton defending. Goes up off the pick. And it's sent back by Jokic. Now here's Barton. Defense is right there. The Grizzlies trail by 21. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Outside Conley. Pass to Ennis. Faried against Gasol. The Grizzlies with another miss. The Nuggets have gone 6 of 14 since halftime. A little cold from the field. And count it, the shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line.
And I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
For Denver, they have scored 6 points from their 8 attempts at the line so far.
And it's been an average year, really, at the free throw line for this group, only around 75%.
Deontay Davis is checked in for Memphis. Fresh comes in for Michael Conley.
One shot, behind the lanes.
That free throw good from Barton. The Grizzlies shooting 31% here in the third. Offensively, they are looking bleak. Here's Chalmers. It's hauled in by the Nuggets. Jokic has got 13 rebounds in the game. Class eating. Murray, the pass to Barton. Back to Murray. Puts it up from 12. Grizzlies with the rebound. Davis has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And here is Chalmers. He gives a bit of a scoring lift to the team, averaging 8 points a game. Ennis kicks to Wright, feeds it to McLemore. 6 to shoot. Wright sets a screen. McLemore with the ball. Now guarded by Barton. Nuggets have gone 7 for 16 in the second half from the field, shooting a bit under 50%. He kicks to Faried. The dish now to Murray. The shot missing. Now the Grizzlies take it the other way. Their next game playing at home as the Nets come into town. That game is the first and last of their homestand. The shot's good from Faried.
Serve and the defense there. He makes a terrific read.
Memphis has gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. And Chalmers kicks to McLemore. Ennis dishes to Davis. Wright, the pass to McLemore. Wright sets a screen for McLemore. And McLemore slams it in.
And it's great to see Wright really taking pride in his screening. Not a player with a huge frame, but he creates good shots off screen and rolls plays.
And Denver decides to take their first time out here. A different look for Denver. Plumlee, he's checked in for Jokic. Arthur comes in for Wilson Chandler. And Emmanuel Mudiay subbed in for Murray. They are in complete control.
This is the ultimate definition of the zone. Everything they've done has worked.
Barton kicks to Plumlee. Back to Barton. Here's Arthur. Bangs home the trifecta. Arthur's got 5 points so far.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
And Chalmers kicks to Wright. And it's Denver with the rebound.
How is it possible? Wide open, too.
Over in the corner, Arthur. Back to Mudiay, and stolen by Wright. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. A chance now for a three-point play. It's going to go on Will Barton.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And, Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
When your defense translates into offense, it's a beautiful thing.
One shot, gentlemen.
That free throw good from McLemore. Denver's gone into a slump here from three-point range, shooting just 1 of 5 here in the third. Now here's Barton, guarded by McLemore. Baseline J on the way, and Wright pulls it down. Wright's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
The Grizzlies have shot 10 of 11 at the line. Nice work so far for them.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
Two shots.
That free throw good for McLemore. And McLemore drops them both. The Nuggets leading by 22. And Plumlee kicks to Barton. Pass to Fareed, and the dunk by Fareed. And he's now got the double-double. 10 points and 12 rebounds.
And this guy is a high flyer. I mean, especially for a power forward, and he needs to be as an undersized player.
Chalmers dishes to McLemore. Davis kicks to McLemore. Wright with a screen on Barton. Here's McLemore. The Grizzlies with another miss. Well, they're really making a point of keeping the ball moving around.
That's the key. The D can't focus on one player, and no matter what anybody tells you, that ball will always move quicker than the defender.
Barton, wide open, he fires. The basket good off the assist from Mudiay. Mudiay's got 3 assists in the game. 34 seconds left in the third quarter. And Chalmers kicks to Davis. Back to Chalmers. Memphis moving it around. Clock is at 3. Here's the 3. Rebound by the Nuggets. Here's Arthur. 5 points in the game. Plumlee, the pass to Mudiay. The kick out to Barton. Over McLemore. And it's Barton that time on the assist for Mudiay. And that's 20 points for Will Barton. And so it's the Denver Nuggets having no problems at all. Up 29 points heading into the next quarter. From the field, they have been outstanding. Amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And we're rolling here again with the fourth quarter. Might not come down to the wire, but you never know. Here's Harrison taking a look at the Grizzlies. Martin is out there with Selden. Then it's Fresh. Then there's Davis. And it's Harrison in at the 2 guard. Selden kicks to Harrison. Martin the screen. 4 on the clock. Off the screen. They get it back. A second chance effort. Got a hand on it. Barton outside. And across the NBA, we've seen players taking a vocal stance on various social issues. Smitty, you think that's pretty important?
Very important, and I think this generation has done it better than my generation. Obviously speaking out, but yes, they're using their social media tools to come out and talk about important issues. And the one thing you just want to bring light to these issues, and hopefully a lot of people, the more light you bring, the more solutions I think will come about.
Well said. And the first one at the line is good. And with Moutier, although he is a heavy rotation player, Greg, he is still somewhat of a project long term.
You know, it isn't always easy to be patient with Moutier, but that's what is needed. Slowly improving his efficiency, which is a big issue for him. And you can see the raw potential, but he has a lot of smaller things to clean up.
Both free throws good from Moutier. Grizzlies shooting a low 30% right now. An ugly offensive performance. Dishes it to Martin. Back to Chalmers. Now the pass to Harrison. Trying his luck deep. Here's Davis. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
No good on that one. Well, Steve, with the rise of NBA message boards and increased coverage from beat writers, NBA players have plenty of opportunity to read up on opinions of what people are saying about that player. Is this something that is impossible to avoid? And do some players read fan opinions about themselves? Are they reading these critiques?
Yeah, I think they are. Some players read it too much. Fans have a voice, but you don't have to read the good or the bad. But going back to the beat writers, I think a lot of times a beat writer is one of those guys that you see every day. And you're looking to challenge him when he writes something bad. And also you want to pat him on the back when he writes something good. But I think you got to look at the beat writer and understand he's doing his job. You got to kind of separate that. But a lot of times when there's a beat writer interact with a player, a lot of times it's bad, especially if the beat writer has written something negative toward the player. I wish they can separate those guys. And also the players can separate the beat writers from fans. And you have to like the location of this pass. Gives it to him where he can do something with it.
Moutier kicks to Lyles. Back to Moutier. And out of bounds as Memphis gains possession.
Just didn't get his hands up in time on that one. They weren't on the same page there.
Tyreek Evans is checked in for the Grizzlies. For Memphis, they've gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. Harrison kicks to Martin. Davis sets a screen. Off the screen. And it's Martin missing.
Just great at getting after it defensively, forcing guys into tough shots.
Yeah, to be successful, you've got to protect the paint. He rises to that challenge.
No good from Leiden. Here are the Grizzlies with the ball. A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points. The Grizzlies with another miss. Shoots from the block. The Nuggets with another miss. The Grizzlies shooting a low 30% right now. An ugly offensive performance. Selden can't hit. The Nuggets have gone 0 of 3 to start the fourth quarter. Now here's Moutier. D right on him. Second chance shot, and the officials call a traveling violation.
That's just his first turnover of the night. What a steady, efficient game he's played thus far.
Marcus All's checked in for Deontay Davis. Memphis has gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Harrison passes to Gasol. And there's the 3-second call, this one on the defense. And Smitty, with your perspective from your years in the league, as you watch the game now, what are some of the things you most enjoy watching or paying attention to when you watch an NBA game?
I think different. You know, back in my day, it was more of the 1, 2, the third option guys on the team. They got the basketball the majority of the time. I love the way now guys move the basketball around. It gets to the 5th option, and those guys are a threat. And also, those guys knock down more big shots now. Not just the superstars. So just watching the game evolve to more of a team game, it's a joy to watch, Kevin.
Is there better coaching now, do you think, overall, Steve, than when you played? And that's not an indictment of the coaches that you had, but is there more of it now? Is there better coaching or bigger staffs for sure?
I think it was better coaching back in my day, but I think the philosophies have changed right now. I think they have better philosophies on how to approach the game, but I think overall it was better coaching in my day.
That's a very good answer.
Two shots.
He's off on the first. And he's good on the second. And Smitty, this year the NBA choosing to start the season a bit earlier to cut down on the back-to-back games during the year. Do you think the NBA should spread the schedule out even more? Are you happy the way they have at least gone about this season?
I think the NBA, Adam Silver and those guys have done a fantastic job. I love how they give the guys basically a week after All-Star game. They're starting a little bit early to cut down the back-to-backs. Either way, if you can find ways to help the recovery time, is great. But I think right now, the league and the games and the scheduling, they're in good hands right now.
Shooting 2, gentlemen.
And he knocks down the first one. And good on the second, so he makes them both.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
Harrison kicks to Martin. Look at the clock, a little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. Evans, the putback, And Gasol able to finish.
And he has starting to turn it on now after that slow start.
Harris passes to Leiden. Out left to the wing. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
Harrison kicks to Gasol. Pass to Harrison. Good looking screen by Gasol. The shot by Harrison, no good.
There does come a time when you haven't made anything all quarter long. Pass the rock. You know, this is a time when you don't have to force anything. You're in command of this game.
Selden passes to Harrison. Outside, Martin. Martin the screen. And Gary Harris is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Steve, we're hearing more and more about video game competitions, the rise of esports. It's big business. Have you been following any of that?
Yes, I have. Rick, Fox, Shaq, those guys with E-League here at Turner Sports. I get a chance to watch it, bring my kids here and watch of it. I'm amazed. It's growing and growing and growing. And I love the competition of Rick Fox, Echo Fox versus Shaq's team.
Here's Murray. Got it. Good job in the low post.
And the D has no answer for Murray. Just absolutely ferocious at attacking the basket.
Gasol setting the pick for Evans. Pass to Selden. Back to Evans. Harrison kicks to Martin. Memphis needs to get off a shot here. Here's Gasol. And there's the bucket. Staying with it on the offensive glass, getting it done.
When you let him get in close, Marc Gasol at 7'1" can definitely hurt you on the offensive glass.
Stolen by Evans. Looking to end his cold spell.
And the rebounding has been key to their success here tonight.
I say it's the #1 reason why they are ahead in this game right now.
On the last few seasons, the NBA has seen its share of teams that provide that villain role for the league. The Warriors, perhaps with Kevin Durant, LeBron when he was in Miami and now in Cleveland. You think having a villain in the NBA is a good thing for the league?
Well, I think the right type of villain. And when you start talking about Kevin Durant and LeBron James, those are right type of villains because they're getting criticized as a villain because of not of their actions on the floor or off the court, just the choices they made to switch teams. But both those guys, LeBron and Kevin Durant, so far has handled it perfectly, and that's why the league's in good hands.
Pass to Harrison. He feeds it to Gasol. Count the basket.
I don't know what coach told him at halftime, but he is shooting the lights out right now.
For Denver, they've gotten only 3 of their 9 field goal attempts to go down since the end of the third. Pretty cold down the stretch. Murray, the pass to Hernan Gomez. Murray with it. And it's Martin picking him up. 6 to shoot. Just his first attempt. No good off the back of the rim.
And you see why his reputation is so strong defensively. He allows no separation.
And so many defenses are not designed to take away the mid-range jumper, but he's given nothing away.
Now here's Murray. Defense is right there. The pass to Hernan Gomez. Here's Leiden. Out to Harris. Launches it. The rebound, Gasol. Gasol's got 8 rebounds in this game. Evans passes to Harrison. Back to Evans. Memphis moving that ball around. Outside, Martin. Harrison kicks to Evans. Gasol dishes to Evans. Evans can't get that one to fall. Denver's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Harris passes to Hernan Gomez. Good on the shot.
It's fine to extend your defense to try and create turnovers, but guys have to help each other.
That's been a problem for them all game. Teamwork is something you just can't turn on and off.
Here's Gasol. Here's Harrison. The shot will not fall. Now the Nuggets take it the other way.
He's just gone stone cold this period, and it's bringing the rest of the team down.
Out to the right wing. Kicks it to Harris. Here's Murray. It's rebounded by Memphis. Gasol's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Here's Martin. Somehow ignores the tight D and gets the layup.
Defensively, you cause the miss, but then you have to corral it.
You know, there's nothing more frustrating than that. Giving up points on a possession, you won.
Here's Selden. And there's a whistle. That goes on Hernan Gomez. That's foul number 2 for him. And the Nuggets with some changes. Mason Plumlee's checked in for Trey Lyles. Arthur comes in for Hernan Gomez. And it's Will Barton in for Jamal Murray. James Ennis, he'll check in for the Grizzlies. McLemore has come in for Tyreek Evans. Harrison kicks to Gasol. And he's good on the 3-ball. Gasol's got 10 points in the quarter.
That's how you like to set up a big man for the shot. Gasol just catching it and letting it go.
Biden passes to Harris. He dishes it to Barton. Over Harrison. Tries again. And the bucket is good from Plumlee down low.
A terrific offensive rebounder. Here he is doing it again.
Memphis has gotten some tough luck from three-point range. In the fourth quarter, they've hit just 1 of 6 from deep. There's the feed to McLemore. Now the dish to Martin. Now here's McLemore, guarded by Harris. From deep. And out of bounds as the Nuggets gain possession. Kenneth Faried, he's checked in for Denver. Moutier comes in for Harris. Memphis also making some changes. Brandon Wright's checked in for Martin. And Fresh subbed in for Harrison. A minute 42 left to play in the final quarter. Now here's Moutier, defended by Chalmers. Up top, Barton. Puts it up from 17. Back to Moutier. Puts up a 3. It's rebounded by Gasol. Gasol's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Nuggets.
They had a fantastic play from the bench.
And this team has great depth, and they showed it in this game.
And so that moves their record to 11 wins on the year.
And against a conference opponent, always good to take that first win of the season series to establish a psychological edge.
And a great team effort tonight, helped in large part with contributions, and the nice night it ended up being for Will Barton.
There wasn't much they could do to slow him down as he was converting every good chance he got.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Loose shots.
No good on the free throw. The Nuggets making a switch here. Harris is checked in. He hits the second from the line.
A disappointing trip to the line there. Even though it was just 1 miss, now is not the time to be missing those.
Plumlee with the screen. This one for 3. Harris misses. And it's Memphis on the break, trying to break that ice-cold streak. Moutier with the ball. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. And Faried picks to Moutier. The screen. And it's Gasol with the rebound.
Not sure of the thought process on that one. Really bad shot selection.
Well, you're playing for the team, not just yourself. They needed much better execution that trip down the floor.
McLemore. So it's the Nuggets winning this one easily. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
It's time now to go court. We send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Mason Plumlee. A lot of points tonight. What was working so well offensively?
Well, we're sharing the ball so well. It's fun to watch, I'm sure, but we have possessions where every guy might touch the ball almost twice. So when you get movement like that, it's hard to guard, and it's a fun way to play.
You did have the defense on its toes tonight, Mason. Thanks. Kevin, back to you.
David, thank you as always. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Steve Smith, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us. So long.